In this video, I'm going to be telling you how to master and most importantly, win at the game of trading. As traders, something made us figure out about trading, and for some reason, when we came into the industry, we realized that the money that lured us into trading is not actually easy to make. There have been a lot of hurdles. Most of us lost all the money that we came into trading with. Most of us have gotten into worse situations than before we came into trading, right? Now, the funny thing here is, of the entire number of people who started out trading in an entire batch, just think about all the people that you knew started trading the same time with you. A huge number have quit, right? And then for the number of people who actually stayed back, who are, so to say, go getters, you strive so hard, right? You strive, put in your best, study, do everything you need to do, but some way, somehow, it just feels like profitability is out of your reach. It just feels like you can't reach it. You're stretching out to get to it, but for some reason, you just can't get it, right? You have tried, you've done everything possibly, you've taken all the advice on the internet, and it's not working. Okay, and then for some other people, which is like we're dividing the set of people who stayed back, right? For some other people, they make some money, they strive and make some money, just when they're about to be happy and comfortable that, oh, finally this trading thing is working, oh, finally we are profitable, they fall off. Now it now looks like, okay, I did it before, so I can do it again. You start the whole cycle afresh, and them falling off is not just them deciding to fall off. They will take losses. They will take losses that would actually humble them. And then you imagine making $2,000 in profit and withdraw from your account. For example, this is how it happens. You trade, but let's say probably you fund $1,000. You trade, take out your $1,000 to $2,000. Some traders that did that would withdraw 1,000 and reset. Some other traders will say, oh, if I can do 1K to 2K, meaning I can do 2K to 4K. Nobody is wrong and nobody is right. Now, what happens is the first class of traders that withdrew would end up blowing the remaining capital. Those who decided to not withdraw would lose everything they made plus more, right? Now, these two traders are confused. But I thought I've unlocked this thing. I thought I've started making money. I thought I've started becoming consistent. So what exactly is the problem? Now, you see that spot, I'll be addressing that problem in this video. If you can strictly adhere to the things I'll be telling you in this video, I assure you that most of your trading problems will be eliminated. I need you to get a book and a pen so you can take note of a few things that would be new to you. Now, the first thing I need you to understand is that trading is a game. And what happens in a regular game, such as losses and failure, also happens in trading. Let's use Call of Duty for example. If you're playing Call of Duty, you definitely lose some battle royale matches, right? And you definitely fail some events in the game, and it is normal. And guess what? You'd also win some and you'd be happy at the end of the day, right? That's the same thing that happens with trading. Whether or not you are profitable, whether you're unprofitable, you will still take losses. Your trades are going to have basically four outcomes. You're either going to have a winning trade, a losing trade, a break-even trade, or a missed trade. So it's either you spot the setup and took it and you won, or you spot the setup and took it and you lost, or you spot the setup and took it and you ended up being a break-even, or you eventually missed everything. You couldn't get in on the trade and it left you. These are four things that will remain till the end of your career. There's only one that I think you can eliminate a little bit, which is missing trades, and it's very simple. By being more active and taking note of your setups, you eliminate missing trades, but you will still miss some trades. It's inevitable. But you see the rest, the remaining three, there's nothing you can do to stop having a loss. There's nothing you can do to stop winning trades, and there's nothing you can do to do what? Stop having break-even trades. You will forever have these trade outcomes. But let's have the other side. These outcomes are similar to gaming. If you're gaming, you'd win some matches, you lose some matches, and then on some it may be a draw. On some you may even not be there at all. It may not be your turn to play, or maybe something might happen and then maybe the team you're meant to use to get into a match with leave you. It happens, right? They leave you on the lobby and they get into the match. Happens. That's a missed game. Now I need you to understand that consistent profitability is not about winning every day, or about not taking a loss, or never getting on a losing streak, but how you would go through these things and still come out profitable in the end. That is exactly what separates a losing trader from a profitable trader. In the month of April, that's last month, or May now. So in April, I had a week where I took 5 losing trades, I think. Yes, That was the fourth week, either the fourth week or third week of April. Can't remember which now. I think it's the third week. I can't tell now. It's in my journal. So we had that whole 5 weeks, sorry, 5 trades in a row where I lost every single one of them. There was no profits, not even a break even, all losses. But guess what? I ended up closing the month of May with about $4,000 in profit. But I took losses, right? Now there was winning weeks, winning days. They were losing weeks, and then there were break even days, right? Now you see the whole of this variation in outcomes, I was still able to come out profitable. That is what separates a consistently profitable trader from a losing trader. It is not where you're no longer taking losses. It's not where you're no longer getting on losing streaks. I took a trade today and I lost the trade I took today. But guess what? Does it mean principal is no longer profitable? For life, I remain profitable because I know the principles that make traders profitable and makes me stay profitable. So you see those instances where you'd get profitable and then you fall off, right? What's happening in those instances is that you actually do what should make you profitable subconsciously, and then you don't know when you now change it because you don't exactly understand that this is what I need to do to remain profitable. In this video, we'll cover everything. Just relax. With everything I've said now, you'd be thinking, so how do we then get to master this game of trading? How do we then finally get to put this game of trading under our armpit and lock it, and then finally we get to that position? Now the first thing you need is a simple, right, and a repeatable strategy. You need a simple strategy because complications or complexity does not equal profitability. Please understand this. I was in those situations where I would go to ICT's channel and look for the toughest things. I mean, the hardest things. I'm looking for, when I see a simple shot, I'll be like, oh, this one no go work. Just shift one side. This one will not work. I'm looking for the things that I know that will take me time to study. So when I finish studying, I can tell why price will move every tick up and why it will go every tick down. And guess what? It did not work for me. I was still losing money. You need a system that is repeatable because trading is a numbers game. It's a game of probability. Do the same thing over a sample size. Do the same thing over a long period of time, right? You'd have wins inside them, and then your ability to now make those wins bigger than the losses, your ability to make those wins bigger than the losses now makes you what? Consistently profitable long term. That is why I said you need a simple, repeatable system, not a complex system, not a system that is not easy to repeat. It doesn't show up every time. When I say repeatable, it needs to show up almost every trading day. Your setup should be something that shows up. If you're a trader, if you're a day trader rather, or a scalper, you need a setup that shows up almost every trading day. If you're a swing trader, then you need a setup that shows up very frequently, right? It should show up every now and then. It's showing up every now and then for you to be able to take those trades. Even if you're a swing trader, I think you still can do something that shows up every trading day, because for swing traders, their edge is not one market, their edge is multiple markets, so that they can have more frequency of trades. But for we scalpers, we need fewer markets so we can be more focused, right? So understand your parts in the game and understand your edge and know how to best execute. But what the baseline of this thing is that you need something that shows up every now and then, very regularly, very repeatably. It shows up every now and then, so there's no scarcity that will make you tweak anything or change anything. I'm coming to more details. And the funny thing is this: you see this system I'm telling you that is easy and repeatable. More often than not, you can't teach yourself. You need a mentor. If you want to go through the route of teaching yourself, it's going to take you longer, right? But if you want to get it in a faster and shorter time, so you can move over to the next details I'm about to give you now, you just need someone to give you that system. You get? I wish you can find something like that on YouTube, but it's difficult because most times what you find on YouTube is not a whole strategy. When you see a trade breakdown, it's just one trade scenario. Even if you see a whole week's breakdown or someone is doing a strategy breakdown, what they are giving you is one variation of their system or how their system performed in the most recent times. And many a times YouTube creators are wicked, and what you would see is that they will cherry pick examples to make you think it's so juicy. They'll pick out the examples that worked, so you think, oh, this strategy is this, is that. So when you're now losing, you're like, but this guy did not lose in that video that I watched. But the real sense of it is that you you were just shown the ones that were cherry picked so that they can get views and likes and maybe YouTube paycheck. But the reality is what I'm giving you now, that you need a mentor to guide you through this thing. If you want to do it yourself, it's fine. I'm never against anybody putting in the work, but you can put in the work. But what you should understand is that time is money. So the more time you're wasting, the more money you're losing invariably, because time is something you can't get back. But even if we blow money in the market now, don't we? We lose money and we make money back, right? So think about it this way: it's going to help you in not just trading, anything you're doing in life. So when you get a mentor to put you through the system, basically they are giving you more, they are opening, except the mentor that is not transparent. My students know how I do it. I will give you all the variations. I will tell you this is how you do it. It is repeatable and mechanical. When I'm saying mechanical, it doesn't mean there's no tweak and changes, because I don't believe any system is mechanical. If it's mechanical, go and put it in a robot, let them trade it for you, right? But when I'm saying the type of mechanical I mean, it's something that you know that this is it. We're not change. There's tomorrow. There's no new rules. There are no new rules coming up every day. Every day, okay, you do like this. Tomorrow is like this. No, it is straightforward. This is what you need to do to execute. This is what you need to do to get in on trades. This is how you exit. This is how you manage your trades. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's a mentor that will help you through this thing in weeks. But if you're trying to do it yourself, it's going to take you a long period of time. But if a mentor gives you a proven system, all you just need to do is pick it and do the next thing I'm about to say. And that next thing I'm about to say is that you need to go and study the system in hindsight. Don't go and pay for FX replay or trading. Okay, you can pay, but don't go and use replay, because when you're using replay, what you're doing is you are giving yourself live market conditions in the past. You're basically putting yourself in the state of mind of being in a live trading environment, which will give you anxiety, fear, doubts. You get anger when you're losing, and at the end of the day, that's not a condition to learn. If you want to learn how to drive a car, you don't go to the highway, right? You probably learn in an open parking lot or in an open field. Do you understand? Where you know that there's lesser chance of hazard. So that's like you doing in hindsight. Let's talk about this many times in the past. I think I've not really spoken in details about this as of right now, but it's something you need to understand. When you're getting a system, the first thing you need to do is take it to hindsight, where everywhere is calm. Hindsight basically means you're not studying you're not trying to take a trade, right? You've played, if you're doing in the past, you've played past where price is maybe days over. You now go and say, oh, using the knowledge I have of this system, how do I get in? How do I manage trades? How do I get out? Do it over and over and over multiple trading days. You're not trying to make money in the replay account, right? You're not trying to see the win rates. No, what you just need to do is use hindsight to study. So this would help your brain build pattern recognition. I was talking about pattern recognition earlier, because our brain functions based on pattern recognitions. If you see, those of you who know cars, if you're a car guy, or if you're a phone or a tech savvy person, what do you think it makes you if you see an iPhone 15, an iPhone 14, an iPhone 13, you can tell the difference? Because you've seen them multiple times. I bet you the first time you see something, you can't really tell it second time. But when you've seen it multiple times, once you see it, just a glance at it, your brain tells you, oh, this is what it is. If you've subscribed to my channel before, if you maybe you were scrolling on YouTube and you saw my face, you're like, Prince has dropped on that video, let's click and see what he said, right? It's pattern recognition. So that same pattern recognition is also allow you to spot the system. Check the first day you spot the system, it's gonna be a little bit technical. It's okay. The next day, as you do for like 3-4 examples, boom, it becomes almost automatic. You're seeing it here, you're marking out highs and lows. Oh, these were entry from, these are potentially exits from. It's flowing because your brain has been able to build pattern recognitions. But when you're trying to do it in replay, there's no pattern recognition guiding you, so you're just doing guesswork and the results will be terrible. So when the results are not terrible, what's happening to you? You're fucking up your psychology, you're fucking up your mind, because it will be paining you that another nonsense strategy. Oh, let me leave this one aside. But the truth is that there's no strategy that is nonsense. Any strategy that is losing you money right now is probably has not been optimized, and maybe you don't even know how to optimize it. That's why I always tell people, almost leave the stress and get somebody to teach you. Do you know that you can teach somebody a system, that system that you're using now, and they take it and go and optimize it, and it makes them profitable, but you that taught them, you're not yet profitable because they've understood optimization. You pick anything, any strategy is raw, and you need to strip it down, and you will be burning time stripping the strategy down by yourself. So save yourself the stress, save yourself the time. After all, we came in here to make quick money, so why are we delaying ourselves more? Except you don't have money to maybe pay for mentorship or something like that. But why are you stressing and delaying yourself more by going the long route when you can easily get a simple system and go and study in hindsight? Now, after you've studied in hindsight, you now know that me self, I understand this system. I know the capabilities of this strategy. I know that this is how to enter, this is how to exit. Do you understand? If you spot any chart without even drawing lines, you can give a glimpse on, okay, I think this system worked here. You spot this chart, oh, I think it worked there. Now it is time for you to now go and do what has been switching to do, which is the replay, right? But now you have to backtest and forward test at the same time. But first, I prefer you backtest, because when you forward test, it makes you just start trying to take trades. So this is what you do. I prefer you backtest. At least do this for like 2 weeks dedicatedly. So instead of you to come into the live market to take trades, backtest. That time you're using to, maybe it's your spare time, you're back from work, you're back from school, whatever it is you're doing, just hop on your charts. Now, what are you exactly doing? Your backtest is not just the backtest you know about, it is you trying to gather historical data on that system you just studied. Because as you've studied the system, oh, you know it works, oh, you like it. I mean, there are minimal losses, the wins are good, oh, you have seen the advantage and the disadvantages, you love it. Now go and gather data on it. Your mentor might have done this, right? But I'll recommend you to go do it, because it's going to help your personal confidence. Let me explain more. Now, if you go to the place of, where we say historical data, I like to say place of, I don't know why, you know. So let's go on. So if you go to the place of backtest, so to say, where you're gathering data, you're not just going to be gathering data and storing it in your head. No, no, you need what, a place where you document what you're gathering. If a scientist or a specialist of any industry is trying to get statistics, do they do the statistics in their head? No, now, you get me? So you doing that, you're just doing it upside down, so to say, right? What you need to do is you need to get maybe a book and a pen. But I would advise, we are in a digital industry, so why don't you just use a digital software like Notion, right? They're not sponsoring this video, nothing of such. I'm just giving you a clear suggestion. That's what I use, right? Just use Notion. You don't need to do anything stressful, right? Just open a new page on Notion and say December 2024, January 2024, April 2024, April 1st 2024. Put in the trade you took, right? Oh, I followed the rules, I did this, I did this, I did that. This is the trade screenshot. Do that over and over again. Don't stress yourself. But by doing this now, aside the brain building better pattern recognition, now you are seeing how the system has been playing out month after month. April, May, June, July, August, month after month, you're seeing it play. And you know it's replay and it's backtest, so you can basically do like 1 month in a night. One day you can take a month, or one day you can do 2 weeks. So in less than 7 days, you've almost done half of the year. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because if you're not willing to put in this little work now, getting to that consistent profitability, you're not ready for the work that is required there, because there it's mental toughness. You see all the strategy workings, tweaking your strategy. What I'm guiding you through now is getting it done and putting it behind you, because the job ahead is bigger than strategies. The job of staying consistency is bigger than your strategies. So don't waste your time staying in trading strategies and trying to always do strategy. No, you have to get that thing, master it, and put it behind you, and then focus on the real deal. So after you've done your back test, you've gathered data in the past. A way to gather data is simple. You see, the same way you've been doing your hindsight, where you play the day forward and go see how the system played out. Now, in gathering data, you've definitely remembered it's a repeatable system. So you come at a particular time of the day, maybe 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, or maybe 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, or maybe you come in the London Open or New York Open, something of that sort. It has a time which you come. So you play price to that time. Until that time, you start to play little by little, candle by candle, like you're in the real life conditions, trying to see where you can get in and get out of a trade, trying to see if it's a trading day or not. So when you play candle by candle, maybe go down to like 1 minute and keep playing the candles, or play the candle with a 1 minute candle speed. So that way it's going to almost replicate that of a real time chart. So when you see that, oh, an entry is set and everything, you ask yourself, are all the rules in play? Now you see that you have to take away performance from it, which I'm going to talk about later. You have to take away performance. You're not trying to perform, you're trying to learn further, right? You're trying to further your education on the strategy you've already done in what, hindsight, right? So now ask yourself, are all the rules in play? Should I get in here? If I lose this trade, did I do anything wrong? If I win this trade, is there anything that I would say, okay, there should be zero anxiety, zero joy, zero happiness, zero fear? So you know that it is fully the system. If I lose this trade, okay, system failure, right? The system did not just play out, which is completely fine. So you place that trade, get in, place the order, risk some money on it. It's demo, right? It's basically what's it called now, replay account. risk some money on it, maybe 0.5%, 0.2%, 1% of the account, an amount of money that you know is not going to actually be disturbing you, even if it's demo, right? So risk the amount of money, getting on the trade, see how it plays out. Oh, it's a winning trade. Pick the screenshot, go and talk about it on the Notion. It's a losing trade. Pick the same screenshot, go and talk about it on the Notion. What were your emotions like during the trade? How did you feel? Did you actually break any rule? Were you trying to do anything serious? Was there anything that actually made the trade outcome be the way it is? Oh, there was nothing. Cool. Over to the next day. It's a harder way to backtest because you have to document and log in every trade. But my brother, my sister, if you want it so bad, you do what is required, right? That's the same thing I'm talking about. Now, I think I'm sweating a lot, but all the same, let's just go. Now, after you've done this for like 2 weeks, don't stop. Listen, after you've done this for 2 weeks, don't stop doing it, but then add something to it. And what is that? That is now live trading room. Add a start trading real time market. You've done it in hindsight. Beautiful. Good job. Don't stop. Sorry, stop hindsight, pick up back test. Now you're trying to gather historical data. Don't stop gathering historical data where you get on the live trading room. So what you do now is in the live trading environment, use a demo account to have a feel for what the actual live trading will be. So you're going to be trading a demo account that is not hilarious. Don't go and fund the 100k demo accounts if you're not planning on funding your accounts the $100,000. Even if you're not planning on trading a 100k challenge account, don't go and have a 100k demo accounts. Do something realistic so you actually know how to work and grow on that level. So let's say you know that what your pockets can afford is a 5k or a 10k. If you're doing your live account, if you're doing your demo account, put the 10k there now. Why are you doing 100k? Well, you know you definitely cannot be trading for the next 3 to 4 months, or maybe even the next 6 months. You won't be trading with a 100k account. So why are you putting the 100k there? Do you understand? We need to be as truthful as possible, and we need to be as serious as we possibly can. So get a demo account and fund demo account with, if it's $1,000, if you don't want to do prop firms and you want to do live accounts, if it's $100 that your pocket reach, fund $100 in the demo account. If it's $200 that's your pocket size, fund $200. If it's 1,000 that you know you can effortlessly fund in an account, fund $1,000. Don't do what is more than you, and don't do what is too less for you. Don't go and be funding a $10 account. Don't try to do $10 or $1,000. That is not the phase you're in now, right? So the fact that it's a demo account does not mean you should joke with the account. So you get the demo account, and now you get a proper trading journal, not the same style you use with the back test, because here you need to, I'll talk about journaling after this, right? But you get a proper trading journal where you'd impute the exact trade you're taking in real time. So here it is like you putting everything you've studied in hindsight and backtest to play. Well, guess what? You are still backtesting. So let's say you come into the chart and you're actively trading for 2 hours a day. In your backtest session, you can reduce the time in your backtest session to like 30 minutes a day or 1 hour a day. But make sure every trading day you backtest a bit and you trade the live market and journal both of them. Now, the most important thing of these steps I said is journaling. If you do these things I'm saying and you don't document these trades, you're wasting your time. There's no point. You will not find any results in it. But if you do these things and add the journaling and make sure that you stick to your journaling, you'll definitely see results. Okay, it is assured you will see results. Now, what are you going to see? You start seeing you start seeing that optimizing your system thing I was talking about. You start seeing ways to which you can make the system better, still in line with the concept. Let's say, for example, now I'm majorly trading time and price, right? And then liquidity runs. So if price runs important liquidity pools, time-based liquidity pools, I'm interested trading the indices market. You see how I stripped it down? My entry is usually like an FVG entry, shift in structure with an FVG. Now, if I'm making any tweaks to the system, the only tweaks I'm making is still in line with the same system to suit another variation. What is the other variation? A market condition change. When price changes or the market changes conditions. Do you understand me? I'm not doing SMC or ICT and I'm coming to add a support and resistance model, or I'm coming to add EMA cross somewhere or psychological level somewhere. No, it does not work that way. Do you understand? But with your journaling will guide you through a little things you can change, a little things you can eliminate. I mean, for what your mentor has given you, a little things you can change, a little things you can eliminate to suit your personality, because your personality must speak. Your personality will show forth before you get profitable. Who you are as John watching my video, who you are as Rose, who you are as Mary, who you are as whoever it is that you are watching me right now, your personality would have to sprout before you tap into profitability. That is why you, at some point, you be the mentor and then you detach from the mentor. You're not detaching from the mentor because you're not trading his style anymore. You're trading his style, but your personality will come in and you don't force it. It just comes in when you're doing what is right, which is journaling and documenting. Because your emotions, you'd have to document all these things. Your emotions during, before, and after a trade. Maybe I'll drop a dedicated video on how to set up a journal. I have it in my course for the VIP students. I don't know if I'll bring out that video. Maybe I'll bring out that video and drop just that journaling video and drop it on YouTube, and then maybe link the video. But not as at now, maybe later on in future I'll try to do something like that, because I think that information is very valuable to the community, for you guys who might not have money to join the mentorship. So after you've done these things I've said, the next step is to build the mindset of a trader. I just needed to confirm that these air conditioners are working, because I don't know why Prince Will is sweating when he's dropping value for the community. It's not normal now. Oh God, these notifications are becoming plenty. These notifications are becoming plenty. Okay, now in building the mindset, okay, let's get serious. In building the mindset of a trader, the first thing I would say is, while you're trying to get in on while you're trying to build the consistency with your habits now, which is back testing and forward testing, right? You need to remove your focus from the outcome. So I basically call it moving from a system based focus to an outcome based focus. You're moving from an outcome based focus to a system based focus. Sorry, system based focus is you focusing on the results the system will give you if you can execute it flawlessly. Outcome based focus is focusing on the wins or the losses. You wanting to make more money over time, right? You want to see that the wins, at least, there's a phase in trading where you understand that losses are part of the game, but somehow you just don't want the losses. It's a phase, you can't deny it. You know that losses are part. There are two phases in this. The first phase is, losses are part of the game, right? And then, but for some reason you just don't want the losses. If you see the wins, you're happy. You know losses are part of the game, but if you see the losses, you're angry. But they told you it's part of the game, so why are you angry? You can't help it. It's a phase. Another phase is where you know that you should fund an amount of money you're willing to lose, Abby, and deep down that $1,000 is an amount of money you cannot lose. But you tell yourself it's not $1,000. If I lose it, I'll fund again now. That's how you be talking until you blow the account. When you now blow the account, your head will now clear that, actually this money is not money I'm willing to lose. Oh, these are two phases. You would eliminate those phases definitely when you keep track of your emotions, because at the end of the day, it is your psychology that is the main do. Your mindset, staying in. You've read the book Trading the Zone and you're not still profitable. Do you know why? Because you didn't really understand that book. Everything Mark Douglas taught in that book, have you noticed that it wasn't really about a strategy? It was about how to remain in the zone. What's that zone? That zone is profitability. So he basically taught everything you need to do to remain in the mindset of a profitable trader. That is why you can't read that book and drop it. Just like I have Rich Dad Poor Dad sitting on my shelf. Rich Dad Poor Dad is like the wealth version of Trading in the Zone. You can't read Rich Dad Poor Dad and drop. I know, yeah, some of the things, if you're in Nigeria, some of the things taught in Rich Dad Poor Dad are not so related to us here in Nigeria, but it is. Oh, it is if you can extrapolate it to being a Nigerian. Okay, so you don't read Trading the Zone and drop it, and you don't pick it up again. You have to always, this thing that they say, you need to be reminded more than should be taught, right? So you need to be reminded something over and over again than giving you new things over and over. That's why if you read or watch my videos or read my post on the free Telegram community, you notice that it's almost similar, because I'm reminding you that, this is the mindset you need to have. This is the mindset you need to have, right? So moving from an outcome based focus to a system based focus is very simple. You just need to understand that your system, after you must have studied it and you've seen that this thing, man, this thing works, nigga, this thing works, this thing prints money over time. Now focus on the ability of that system to repeat that same thing over and over again, versus you focusing on the system making you money. Don't focus on, have I made money this month? Will I be able to withdraw? Will I pass this account? Rather, did I execute this system flawlessly? Did I make any mistakes? Were there errors along the way? Was I forced into this by my emotions? What your focus should be on, obsess instead of obsessing over making money, obsess over ensuring that the system is as neat as possible. When you put it in the market, it is in the best possible conditions to make it flourish. So now whatever the outcome is after, you must have made sure that you executed the system flawlessly. Leave it for the system and God. It's not your place. Do you understand? Whether you executed flawlessly and took a loss, no problem. But it is a win for me because I understand that if I keep executing this system flawlessly over time, Prince will withdraw millions from his trading accounts, billions of naira. God, I'll withdraw billions of dollars very soon. I mean, we're getting there. It's obviously part of the process, right? But yeah, my withdrawals are always hitting like 7 figures in naira, 8 figures, and stuff like that. Why? Because I understand this is it. You need to always ensure that you're trading according to the system, not, oh, let me recover. This is something we usually do. We are in a losing streak, just like, let me say, I told you I lost throughout the third week of April, and then on a Monday I'm like, we have to make this money on this last week of this April. Oh, suppose make this money back. Oh. If that was the mindset, automatically I'll end that whole April in loss, because now I'm not working with what the system says. What I'm doing is I'm working in line with my need to make money. And that's why I always tell traders that you need something to grind on when you need money, not trading. In my last video, I was talking about how I was able to raise money for trading. You can watch it. I'll leave it in the link below. I can't remember the title now. I was talking about how I was able to raise money from trading and how you need something to grind on whenever it comes to making money. And it's still inside this video. I'm going to talk about something like that, where I said, what was it now? Have you what distracts you from trading? I have bulleted points here on my table next to me, right? So after having moved from a the outcome based focus to the system based focus, basically means you're no longer looking at whether or not you make money. What you're focused on is understanding that trading is a game and you just need to come and play that game as neatly as possible to win. Do you understand me? Execute the system as stated as it is in your journal. As you said, this is what I do, this is how I exit, this is how I enter, this is how I manage my trade, this is how I trail my stop loss if trade is in profit. Follow it like that. After you must have done this, now you need to find something that will distract you from trading. And yes, yeah, I understand it's not easy. Prince, you distract me, okay, when I should be locking in. Yeah, we understand that you need to be locking in, but something else needs to distract you. Pick your distraction. I'm telling you, pick your distraction. Something needs to distract you. What do I mean? Your distraction might be another side income. Your distraction might be your job. Your distraction might be the gym. Your distraction might be creating content. I'm being honest with you. Your distraction might be gaming, right? Growing a gaming brand or meeting with a few gamers on the internet. You know, what's the word now? What's the word? I've forgotten the word now. It's not communicating. Building a community. But when I'm saying I'm trying to use the word that says you join a community, right, of active gamers. Something you love doing, maybe motorsports. You might have a good car, a fast car. Get in the motorsports community. Enjoy yourself. Have that thing that distracts you, so that when you've taken losses as a human being, it will pain you because it's money to an extent. But you understand that I need to understand that my system is a brother that will not betray me. So you may take losses now, just like a father that disciplines his child. You may take losses now. Yeah, it doesn't feel so good, but overall you still win. So understand that when you take those losses, go out. If I pick up my phone and show you my P&L for the month, I don't know if I can get it now, for the month of April, so it doesn't look like I'm capping. I want to show you something. Okay, first of all, this is today, right? Let me show you this. This is today. I don't know if you can get the picture. It's 8th of May, and then this is my trade for the day. So you see that it's in net red, right? Hold on. Look at for the month of April. What do you see there? I think it's probably $4,000 plus, right? Now, what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that you will take those losses, and when the losses come, you need to focus on something else. Understand that the system would take you would lose. It is normal. You saw, I don't know if you saw the red, if you're able to picture the reds there, you will lose. But even at those losses, you will still come out profitable so long as you follow the system. That's what I'm trying to make you understand. So long as you follow the system, you come out profitable. So find something that distracts you. When you take a loss, find what calms you down. Do you understand me? If it's hanging out with the bros, hitting the gym, driving, there are times I just get in my car and I just drive and race with anybody who tries to overtake me on the road. I do that. My guys will know. I do that a lot. You get me? At times I call my guys, nigga, let's race. Let's race. I mean, let's have fun. You will race and race our lives out. And then I'm cool. Do you get? So there are times that you'd even make mistakes and then you start, when you've learned these things I'm saying, when you make mistakes, that's when you now get really angry because you're like, man, I fucked myself up. Not even the system. I fucked myself up. I overtraded. Oh, I actually went and broke the rules because of I'm looking to make money. What the hell did I just do? Do you understand? Also understand that you cannot only make money by doing the right things. You also do the wrong things and sometimes to make you money. And those ones are deadlier because they'll build bad habits that will ruin your trading and ruin your life. Do you understand me? So have something, look for something. If you don't have anything, go and get a job. It's the easiest distraction. At least it's paying you. Start a small business, right? Start a small business that you focus on where you need money because it's very essential because at least it's going to help you fund your trading account and buy prop firm accounts. So why not do it? Look for something. It's as crucial as I am hammering on it. If you don't have anything, create something. If you don't like a job, like I never liked a 9 to 5, it was never my thing, then start something. Create this use a skill you have already, create a service and sell. Make money. So if it's there, you start lead following and how this put it, follow up your clients, reach out to people, tell them this is what you do. I know a trader friend, he has a detailing business, and the guy grinds on his detailing business, and you even forget he's a trader. But guess what? He's even profitable. Do you understand? He's profitable. So that's the beauty. That's the beauty of this whole thing. That's the beauty of it. If you can't find, it's counterintuitive. If you can't find what distracts you from trading, you may never actually get the trading you want. It's like a trophy, and then counterintuitive, reverse engineer, distract yourself and get what you want. It's as simple as that. I have two more points before I wrap this video. This one is very short. Track your errors and mistakes, which I talked about from trading. This is how I do mine. When I journal, I've put in the day, I've put in the what's it called, the day, the market I traded, the pair, dates, whatever thing. I need to put my RR, whether I won or I lost. I've put in all those things. The next place I've been putting my hand in front of my face, which might be affecting the lens, how it pictures my face. Sorry about that anyway. But the next thing I do is track my mistakes and track my emotions. So what I do is I have a tab called emotions before, during, and after, and then bad psychology triggers. I dropped a short video on this some time ago. I can't remember when now. So emotions before, how was I feeling before I got into the trade? Man, I was anxious. Interesting. How was I feeling during the trade? I was even more anxious. I was scared. Okay. How was I feeling after the trade? I was happy. Something is not right there. And what is that? I have to find a bad psychology trigger. What made me feel anxious during the trade and happy at the end of the trade? Maybe I was anxious during the trade because, first of all, I didn't want to take a loss. I was scared during the trade because the trade was in drawdown, right? And I was happy later because it went to my TP. My bad psychology trigger is loss aversion. I'm trying to not take a loss, or maybe I'm in a losing streak and I'm trying to avoid a losing streak. After that tab, the next place I have is notes. On those notes, what I have there is explaining to myself why these were my emotions and how to avoid it the next time. Typical example, I just told you that I was anxious, right? Anxious, I was scared, and I was what? I said the last thing was I was happy after the trade was a winning trade. Now what do? I sit and tell myself I was anxious before the trade because I just got a new prop firm account. During the trade, I was scared because I did not want the first trade on the account to be a loss. I wanted to at least have a winning buffer. This happens to everybody. I wanted to have a winning buffer, so I wanted my first trade at least to be a winning trade. Now, after taking the trade and getting in on the trade, what happens next is I was happy when the trade was done because it was a winning trade. Now, if this trade had gone bad, it would have tapped me into bad emotions, which could make me get in on another trade so that I can potentially recover the loss. Which, if I do this, I would keep inculcating and building bad habits that would mar my trading. Guess what? When I sit and read this thing, next time I know that I should erase my mind from trying to make money and focus on executing the system. But if I don't have this thing and I'm not able to track my emotions, what is happening? I can't remember when I fucked up. I just keep doing things and I'm going randomly. Just like a business does not have a track record of their transactions or their sales. It's not funny. They're not serious, right? So this is the mindset that Prince Will, I used to conquer trading, and I am passing it to you for free. You just need to do is watch this video and apply the things I said. And the second thing I said I was going to talk about is losing streaks. What are losing streaks? What is a normal losing streak? And then how do you even come out of a losing streak? And when does a losing streak get abnormal? Now, there's there's I think this is a huge topic that is not even spoken about, and maybe we might need a dedicated video for it. So I'll run through it now, and then I'll make a new video and just title it "Losing Streaks." I think I love that. I love that idea. I love that idea. I'm gonna do it. I'll just title "Losing Streaks." Now listen, a losing streak is simply a series of losses in a row. I took the first trade, I lost. I took the second trade, I lost. I'm in a losing streak. I took the third trade, I lost. It's still a losing streak, right? I took the fourth trade, still a losing streak. So, what? How normal is a losing streak? It is very normal, very normal. I've been profitable for like a year plus now, and I still have losing streaks. Does it mean I'm not profitable? No, I've always been making money. Everything around me. If you've been watching my videos, you definitely know everything around me is given to me by trading invariably. So I've been making money from trading, but I've still been getting on losing streaks, and I've been coming out of them like a boss. Do you understand? So it's normal. Now, but when does it get abnormal, and what makes it get abnormal? Now let me explain. Losing streak that you've been having since that time you've been jumping strategies on YouTube. If you're still jumping, I'm just saying that time because it's been a while for me now. See that time we've been jumping strategies on YouTube. The losing streaks we have then as the same losing streaks we're having now. But what's the difference? That time we don't allow the losing streaks to get away by itself. We don't allow the system erase the losing streak. We try to use our hand to erase the losing streak, and then we'll now change the strategy and try to make our money back, and we'll get on a longer losing streak, and emotions will fuck with us. Then we'll over trade, over leverage, blow more money, lose more money. Now the losing streak has moved from just a regular 4 or 5 trade losing streak to a 1 month losing streak to a 2 weeks losing streak to a blown account. Do you understand me? So losing streaks are normal. You'd encounter losing streak. In fact, if you're trading prop firm challenges, you still blow some challenges, because the only way you not blow challenges is if you're risking like 0.5%. If you're doing 1%, 2%, there are some bad months that will hit your system and you have a blown challenge. Yeah, it's gonna happen. Does not mean you're not profitable. That's why I love live accounts, because it's hard. If you blow a live account, there's a problem. It's a very honest problem. And why I said challenges are not funded accounts. Blowing funded accounts is harder because you understand that this is like a live account, so you should protect it at all costs, because you know it's not even easy to come by. But for a challenge, you're trying to run through that thing as fast as possible because you need to stack up money. Do you understand? So most times, if I'm doing challenges, I gamble through my challenges. I'm doing like 2%. So I know that if I lose 5 trades in a row, if I buy the challenge and I mistakenly enter a losing streak, I've lost it. No problem, buy again. That's why you need money in your pocket as a trader, right? But the regular losing streak, which is like a 5 trade losing streak, it could even be, every system has its own. Some systems max losing streak 3 trades. Does not mean it's better than somebody that's having 10 trades in a row. Nobody beats the other person in this game. Everybody has unfair advantage, and the other person has the disadvantages. Nobody beats. Support and resistance does not beat SMC. ICT doesn't beat SMC. SMC does not beat what's this new one that they come about? Alchemist, something of that sort. None of them beat any other. What happens is we all have our pros and our cons. So you focus and capitalize on your advantage. Everybody focus on your advantage. At the end of the day, will come up and measure up. Do you understand? So when you're losing, what you need to do is sit down and allow the losses play. Don't do anything. Don't try to change it. Just do the same thing. The same exact thing you've been doing. Keep doing it consistently. Don't be in a losing streak and then you're now doubtful of your setup. You see a setup and you don't want to take it so it doesn't lose because your system is in a losing streak. No, take it. Take it, because you don't even know, it's an uncertain game. You don't know if that one is the one that's going to redeem you, right? You don't know if that's the one that's going to be a winning trade. So just take it. So long as your system has improved. That's why I told you that it's very important to do the back test and the data gathering and forward testing, which is like live trading live with a demo account and documenting, because in that place you see everything possibly you can see about your system, and then your mind is just strong, and you know that even if I take 5 losses, I bounce back like 3 times in the past. Do you understand me? Where losing streak becomes a problem is now the one I just said now, which is like you take a loss and then you try to use your hand to change it. Okay, so I've told you what a losing streak is, I've told you how normal it is, and then I'll tell you when it becomes abnormal. When it becomes abnormal 90% of the time is still not caused by the system. It's caused by you not journaling. Yeah, it's caused by you not journaling, you not sitting your ass down to journal your trades. When you're not journaling your trades, you subconsciously change the system, and you're still saying I'm following my system, but you've changed the system from what it actually was, but you don't know. Maybe a certain type of setup in the system has not been shown, also for that reason you've forgotten about it. When that type of market condition come, you still use your regular one when you should have used another variation, maybe another entry model. You've forgotten about it because it hasn't been shown up for like the last 2 months. When it comes, you're still following. When you should have been winning, you're now still following what you should have used plan B. You see, we should even calling the plan B is a mistake. Just like I mean, we have two phones, for example. Now, it doesn't mean that we're gonna stop using this one and start using only the other phone. No, but what basically it means is that we always know that we can easily switch to this phone when the network on this other SIM is bad, or on that other SIM is bad, or you have two laptops, right? You know how to do your thing between both of them. It's not like you're having one phone and one iPad. I don't know if you understand the type of illustration. I don't know if I'm giving the illustration very well now as to how you have me. I have like two entry models, 930 model and the regular FVG model. With my 930 model completely invalidates the fact that we need FVGs, and my FVG model completely says we don't need 930. But two of them, when they are merged, working hand in hand to make me smooth results and good money. Do you understand what I'm saying? So this is how journaling now will make you enter a losing streak that you shouldn't have entered because you just did not journal and you've forgotten your system, and you've been doing only one aspect of it, or you've even slightly tweaked it and you don't even notice you've tweaked it. Market conditions made you tweak it, and now you get into it. It might work initially, then when you get into the losing streak, it becomes too long, and you're like, the system is not working again. It's because of you forgotten what actually made the system the system. That's what it basically means, right? So I've just broken down to you what losing streaks and how they are. Losing streaks are normal. You, for example, you forever experience losing streaks. Losing streaks can be as much as 5 trades, 10 trades. Every system is different. Find the one that is the number for your system, right? And then you could enter longer losing streaks by bad psychology, where you're not actually still journaling. Two things journaling will do: when you're having bad psychology, you're not taking note of your psychology, you could get into the losing streak. A losing streak that will make you change everything you're doing, tweak it, try to come out of the losing streak. A problem called loss aversion, that can also make you experience long losing streaks that would feel abnormal. And then the final one is forgetting your system because you're not still journaling. These are the things that can make you get into that position of you don't even know again, you're now doubting your system. So I need you to understand the bottom line here is that psychology has no end. It is the one and only thing that can fuck you up if you miss it. Your trading system, once you master it or figure it out, you figured it out, and once you're journaling, it's on point. But it's still psychology. If you're not always at the top of your psychology, it is the one thing that will fuck up your trading. So always know that you're always in a constant cycle. You're, so always know that you're in a constant cycle of improving your psychology, right, and being on top of your mind. That is how you eventually master and win the game of trading. Now, it's not about knowing all these things. You can sit and watch this video again, and you watch all my videos. It's not about doing these things. It's about actually taking action, right? Sitting your ass down and taking action and doing the things I've instructed you in this video. If you need guide with your trading and you need help with putting these things I've taught you into action, you need help with implementing these things, I run a mentorship program that is tailored to ensuring that you get profitable. Send me a DM if you want to make inquiries on the mentorship. If you want to make payment directly for the mentorship, the link to join the mentorship is in the description. So you click on the link, it's going to take you to where you can make payment for the mentorship, and automatically you'll be in the mentorship program. All right, until I touch base with you guys, I love you all. See you at the top.